Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep.
Hey wife, we just got a new sponsor. It's Anchor. They must think we're doing something right because they picked us back up.
That's amazing! Want to hear something even more amazing?
Yeah?
I actually know what they are.
You are full of shit. I'm calling your bluff. Tell me about Anchor.
Okay, so Anchor by Spotify is the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place.
I'm actually surprised you knew that, but did you also know that Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer?
Yes, because I see you do that on your phone all the time and it looks pretty simple.
It really is, and when hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
But I use CastBox.
Yeah, darling, I know you like CastBox. It gets distributed there too, and lots of other platforms as well.
And how much are we paying for this awesome service?
Absolutely nothing.
Coolio, so then we should tell people to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started?
Yep, do it now.
Husband.
Wife.
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
I should. It was just yesterday.
Wow. Okay, so I'll carry this.
Okay.
It was Moses, and he was doing a recap of the 10 Commandments.
Okay.
And
that's right.
And then he's still just like, and remember God was scary and you were scared. And
right.
Don't forget to
be scared.
Be scared and behave as you go off into the land without me.
Right, because you should be scared of God.
Always be scared of
God.
God.
Not mutual respect, but scared.
Never don't be scared.
Right.
Never not be afraid.
Right, exactly. Okay.
And that was it.
Got it. And then today we are doing what?
Deuteronomy chapter 6.
Okay, let's go do this.
Let's. Okay, so Deuteronomy chapter 6.
Yeah.
The Great Commandment.
The Great Commandment?
Yeah, apparently one
of them
is...
There's this one's special, huh?
The others are 10. This one is great. I don't know, I know that when we get into the New Testament, there's a part where Jesus is going to say something to the effect of, and the greatest of these is love, or some shit like that.
I doubt that that's what the Great Commandment is, though.
I don't know what the Great Commandment is.
Because there's not been much love so far.
I mean, there's been don't murder unless, God hardens your heart, etc.
Yeah.
And pillaging is fine, and rape and slavery is fine, and...
I think it's interesting, though...
incest is fine.
Right.
What
right.
now?
I think it's interesting, though, because, on Twitter, a lot of the apologists for the Bible and for God and stuff,
mm-hmm.
they tend to be like, oh, don't pay attention to the Old Testament except for don't.
Right.
And they're like,
right.
God is the New Testament, but God is also the Old Testament, so don't forget that. But also, he's not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
It just depends on their mood.
Oh,
it
it's
depends
so
on
aggravating.
What's convenient at the time.
First of all, okay, I don't believe in God. Period. The end. Full stop. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they want to argue some bullshit about which God is the real God in the same fucking book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, go away.
Go away.
Sorry, ranting a bit. That's all.
I liked your go away.
Yeah.
Go away. All right, let's read about the Great Commandment.
Okay.
These are the commands, decrees, and regulations that the Lord your God commanded me to teach you. You must obey them in the land you are about to enter and occupy. And you and your children and grandchildren must fear the Lord your God as long as you live.
Fear.
If you obey all his decrees and commands, you will enjoy a long life.
You know what else people fear? The Walking Dead. It's a show. Fear the Walking Dead.
I fear the Walking Dead. I mean, that also is a show, but
Right. That's what I said. Fear the Walking Dead is a show.
I know. I fear them.
Yeah.
I'm so scared of zombies.
Right, I know.
Like, when we go stand outside on our front porch and we hear
You're
noises.
like, don't let the zombies get me.
Yeah, because we hear noises in the dark, and it's either a raccoon or a wild cat.
Yeah.
But I'm always afraid of, but what if it's a zombie, though?
Right, because that always happens. We always see zombies out.
Or, like, when we're driving through fog, and it's like,
fog?
This is the zombie fog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because they come out of the fog.
There's definitely zombie fog. Yeah, I will agree that there is zombie fog, but there are no zombies.
And my sister's afraid of aliens, and sometimes there's an alien fog.
There might be aliens, but I haven't seen one yet. So.
I'm just saying, like, I know we have irrational fears, but my God, I'm afraid of zombies.
At least I'm afraid of wasps, and they're real.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Listen closely, Israel, and be careful to obey. Then all will go well with you, and you will have many children in the land flowing with milk and honey, just as the Lord, the God of your ancestors, promised you.
You know, a promise doesn't... Apparently, it's promises, but with caveats.
Well, yeah.
Because, like, you only get it if
Yeah.
God deems that you actually earned it.
Right.
I promise this to you, but you got to do this, that, and the other.
Right.
In order to get it.
So it's not really a promise.
And to keep it. So it's not really a promise. It's
a deal.
Yeah,
it's a negotiation.
Deal. Right. Yeah. They sat down and negotiated this.
Yeah. And then, like, what about the people who, for whatever reason, are unable to have children but want them?
Right. Yeah,
I guess you didn't pray hard enough that day.
They would say that they did something against God or something like that.
Right.
That's going to be the mantra.
It's all part of God's plan.
Because if God wanted you to have children, you would, obviously.
So it's all part of God's plan.
Yeah, definitely.
But I thought that his plan was for me to have children and to, you know, go forth and be married.
His plan is for Israelites to have children, not necessarily you specifically, you.
Well,
just saying.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Right.
But you're telling me that there were no infertile women or men in Israel?
Oh, I'm sure there were. And they must have done something bad to God. Or at least that's how they were seen.
Or God needed them for a different part of his plan.
That's right.
So it's not really a promise then, is it?
No.
Whatever.
It is what it is.
Listen, O Israel, the Lord is your God, the Lord alone. And you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. Strength.
Okay.
You must commit yourselves wholeheartedly to these commands that I am giving you today. Repeat them again and again to your children. Sorry, not your grandchildren.
Your grandchildren too, probably.
Right. I know. I'm trying to read it correctly.
Right.
And I fucked that up.
Yeah.
To your children.
Sure.
Talk about them when you are at home and when you are on the road, when you are going to bed and when you are getting up. Tie them to your hands and wear them on your foreheads as reminders.
When you're in the grocery shopping cart, when you're in the grocery shopping line, when you're at my front door knocking on it, when you're just any fucking where in the world, you're going to talk about it because that's what they told you to do, fuckers.
Oh, God. Write them on your doorposts of your house and on your gates.
Oh, so that's why people have all kinds of godly signs. The Bible literally told them to do it.
I love the houses with the signs that just have it's like black with white print and it just says Jesus.
Yeah.
Like it's so like Jesus. It's like it's
they're always set close to the road and I'm like, if I could get away with it, I'd just run over that damn thing. But I'm not that mean, so I won't.
I don't mind them being all Jesus-y to themselves, but like it's just so intrusive. Jesus.
Right.
Okay. You believe in Jesus. Got it.
You go through some neighborhoods around here and you see multiple of them.
I know. So you're like
oh
Jesus,
my God.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And then there's like a Black Lives Matter. And then the next yard is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Yeah, that one.
Where did you see a Black Lives Matter? I hardly see those at all out here.
I saw one time.
Oh, one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was really happy that day.
I think by saying that it shows up in between the Jesus signs, you're giving it too much credence. Like,
probably.
You saw one and you're like, oh my gosh, there's one.
I saw an LGBTQ flag too, a pride flag. Yeah, that made me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those are few and far between not in this neighborhood. I didn't see it.
Right.
This is all Jesus.
Jesus.
Warnings against disobedience.
Okay.
He gonna take your flag.
You're gonna take more than that.
The Lord your God will soon bring you into the land he swore to give you when he made a vow to your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It is a land with large, prosperous cities that you did not build. The houses will be richly stocked with goods you did not produce. You will draw water from cisterns you did not dig. And you will eat from vineyards and olive trees you did not plant.
Because they killed them all.
Yep, because they plundered. When you have eaten your fill in this land, be careful not to forget the Lord, who rescued you from slavery in the land of Egypt. Don't forget.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
Don't forget that God brought you forth. Don't forget. Hey, don't forget.
He doesn't want to remind you. You just can't forget.
Don't forget. He's a little insecure.
Yeah.
His dick is small.
Definitely.
You must fear the Lord your God and serve him. When you take an oath, you must use only his name. Oh, I see. You must not worship any of the gods of neighboring nations. For the Lord your God, who lives among you, is a... What is he?
The one...
He's a jealous God.
Jealous God, yeah.
That's what he is.
Got it.
He's a jealous God.
Sorry, I wasn't good at the guessing game just then.
No, you failed.
I failed.
His anger will flare up against you, and he will wipe you from the face of the fucking earth. You dead. You and your flag. You must not test the Lord your God as you did when you complained at Massa.
You know, I'm going to say, we're well over 100 episodes, like pushing into like close to the 150 time, and we're still alive.
Yeah.
He has not struck us dead yet.
Well,
In fact, I've gotten no warning signs.
Well, not that
I'm aware of.
Not that you recognize.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, so far we're good to go.
I saw a spider the other day.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think that's a warning sign.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to think of, like, negative things that
There was
happen.
that meteor that blew up over Pittsburgh, which is, within
we're not
500 miles of us.
We're not even in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So
but it's close-ish.
I refuse to take that personally.
Yeah, okay.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
The spider was more personal than the fucking meteor that was way over there.
Right.
You must diligently obey the commands of the Lord your God, all the laws and decrees he has given you. Do what is right and good in the Lord's sight, so all will go well with you.
Wait, in his sight. So he can only see certain things. You have to make sure he's watching. Hey, God, watch this.
No, I think you're being silly.
Oh, I am usually being silly.
Do right and good in the Lord's sight. So it's like it's not like vision sight. It's like in his eyes.
Got it.
Okay. Like just do good, do right, do good.
All right.
Then you will enter and occupy the good land that the Lord swore to give your ancestors. You will drive out all the enemies living in the land, just as the Lord said you would.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, your children will ask you, what is the meaning of these laws, decrees, and regulations that the Lord our God has commanded us to obey? Then you must tell, because that was children. I was doing a child's voice.
I got it.
The children are asking that question.
Mm-hmm.
Then you must tell them, we were Pharaoh's slaves in Egypt, but the Lord brought us out of Egypt with his strong hand. The Lord did miraculous signs and wonders before our eyes, dealing terrifying blows against Egypt and Pharaoh and all his people. He brought us out of Egypt so he could give us this land he had sworn to give our ancestors. And the Lord our God commanded us to obey all these decrees and to fear him so he can continue to bless us and preserve our lives, as he has done to this day. For we will be counted as righteous when we obey all the commands the Lord our God has given us.
Also, he might kill you if you don't obey them.
The end.
I'm just saying. They didn't cover that bit, but
right.
He's going to kill you if you don't.
And that's what you tell your children.
Right, because you're supposed to fear him.
Be good, or the monster god's gonna get ya. I mean...
Who needs a boogeyman when you got God?
Right?
Yeah.
It's the monster in your closet.
Right.
He gonna get ya.
I mean, that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
Like, you better do these things this way, or else. Yeah.
He gonna get ya.
Mm-hmm.
That's silly.
It's silly.
Childish and silly.
Yeah.
In today's times. Maybe they needed that back then. I don't know. But for today's...
We still have laws that, people follow with the fear of not going to jail. Or with the fear of...
Sure. I mean, people who buckle up because they don't want to get a ticket. Not because they understand the science in that seatbelts will keep them safe.
Right. Or because it's tradition that their parents have taught them to do.
Sure.
Many people buckle up because it's just tradition. And
I'm
like,
a
that's what you're
seatbelt
supposed to do.
Nazi, but I do it not out of fear of a ticket. I do it out of pure selfishness. Because if you are in my car and I'm the one driving and you're not buckled up and I accidentally get into a car wreck or somebody crashes us, your body might fly around and hit me, and I am not having that.
Right.
Moreover, if you're not buckled up, you might die, and then I gotta live with that? Fuck you. You better buckle your ass up in my car.
That's right. Buckle up, kiddos.
Yeah, buckle up. And don't text and drive. You're not as good a driver as you think you are.
I hate that.
You suck at driving, you guys. You know you do.
You know how many times a day? I drive a long commute every day, and the amount of times that I see somebody swerve across the center line in my just daily drive is at least once or twice a day.
Yep.
I mean, and it's not, you can tell the difference between drunk swerving and texting swerving. It's generally texting swerving.
Yep.
And I'm just like, fuck you.
I deliver for DoorDash sometimes, and I can tell too. So I see a lot of people on the road.
God is not going to take that steering wheel.
No, Jesus is not going to take the wheel, you guys. You're not as good as you think you are. Stop texting and driving. Always buckle up.
Right.
Not because you're scared of breaking a law, but because you understand why these are good things to do, you fucking morons.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks for listening.
Yeah. We love you guys.
I just want you to be safe, you guys.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
All right, so that was it for today, and we're done.
That was some of my commandments.
Yeah, that was wife commandments.
Yeah.
All right, so tomorrow we're going to be doing Deuteronomy 7.
Chapter 7.
Chapter 7.
Not just 7. Chapter 7.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Get it right.
My bad.
I know.
All right.
The cat's scratching in the litter box and making noise, so we gotta
time to go. Bye. Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap. Oh. But, we can definitely use any amount, so, any support is always appreciated.
So, what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/Sacrilegious Discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Husband, it's the end.
It is indeed, wife.
Tell the people where they can contact us.
Well, they can get a hold of us via our email, which is sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. We have Twitter at sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh, why do you keep doing that? Ugh. All right, we have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and a Pinterest page. But if you really want to get our attention, Twitter's where it's at.
Twitter is where you're at.
Yeah.
And they should also review, like, and subscribe, yeah?
Definitely. Apple Podcasts reviews help us out tremendously. And we also can use your support on Patreon, which is a great place to support us as well. That would be at patreon.com/Sacrilegious Discourse.
Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.